Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about a film, or essentially two films, because I'm going to be talking about Night at the Museum and Night at the Museum 2 Battle of the Smithsonian. I'm quite shocked I haven't talked about this yet because it is one of my favourite films. It's probably one of my most favourite sort of new films, as far as Disney's and that are concerned, doesn't count. But I just love this so much. So to recap, or for those who may not be familiar with the plot, it's all about Larry Daly, of Daly's Devices, as we later on learn. He becomes a museum guard, a night guard in a museum, and it was just a job he took to have a job. You know, he needed something to support his son. His son doesn't actually live with him, but like his mother was like, you know, you don't have a job, your life's not stable, why should you see the son? And then he gets the job and he has a bit more of a stable life to get the job. That is the only reason he took it. He doesn't really have any other sort of motive behind it really. But then he really falls in love with this job because something happens in the first episode. The tablet of Amun-Ra that's in the museum causes all the artifacts to come to life at night. So this entire massive museum comes to life. All the exhibits and everything. So you have mummies walking around, big woolly mammoths stampeding everywhere, little cowboys and things. Basically any historical creature you can think of comes to life, including a naughty little monkey as well. So all these exhibits are coming to life, and in Night at Museum 1 he has to battle with all these creatures and sort of, you know, try and get them back to peace basically. And that is the main plot of the first film. Battle of the Smithsonian, by this point Larry is leaving the museum and all the artifacts and all the exhibits are getting shipped off to the Smithsonian in Washington, I believe. But they're not getting put on display straight away, they're getting just put underground, out of the way. But the tablet of Amun-Ra has been taken with them, so they're still going to come to life at night, as well as everything else that's in the Smithsonian. And the Smithsonian is 1,000,000 times bigger than the natural history. So that is a lot of historical figures coming to life. So in the second one, Larry has to go and save those figures from the lesser kind people, and also Amun-Ra's brother as well. Amun-Ra's brother is in the Smithsonian, he wants the tablet back. So Larry had a lot on his case in both films. If I had to choose a favourite between one or two, I think I prefer two because I like the fact, first of all, there's a greater range of historical figures and characters, and also I like the fact that you have your good creatures and your bad historical creature side, in the fact that Larry Daly has friends with some of them. So I definitely prefer the second, but I love them both. So for me it is the historical aspect that makes it, you know, mega, because as you guys know, or most people know, I'm a massive history nut. I love anything historical. And when this first came out I was like, this is an entire film devoted to history. I was ecstatic. So that for me is great. It is educational, you know, you do learn quite a lot as you go through it, just little like snippets of history things. Or perhaps if you've heard a name but you don't know what somebody looks like, you get to see them as well, because I will say a lot of the historical figures look like the historical figures they're meant to be. You can tell who they are, so that is nice as well. The acting, the cast, fantastic. Your central character, Larry Daly, is played by Ben Stiller, who we will all know and most of us will love. I do. I think he is fantastic. So to have Ben Stiller as your lead is brilliant. Dick Van Dyke is in it. I absolutely adore Dick Van Dyke. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's not a central character, but he is in the film, and I really, you guys know I love Paul Rudd completely, so that is great. And also Owen Wilson. Owen plays little Jedediah, so that is brilliant. The film was directed by Shawn, I think it's Levy. I'm going to pronounce his surname as Levy, but I could be wrong. Fantastically directed. You know, the film is brilliantly written as well. The whole thing is just absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I haven't shown you a DVD. I do not have the DVD. I have like a sort of copy one, which obviously I don't condone that anyway. But I'm going to go and buy the box set of both of them as soon as Christmas is out of the way. If there are any special features on there, I might talk about the DVD itself. But just now, there is my thoughts on the first two films. I hope they make a third. I don't know if they're going to. The first one came out in 2006, the second in 2009. So if it were to be every 3 years, that would mean 2012, back end of 2011. So fingers crossed we're going to get a third film, but if not, I'm more than content to rewatch the first two. Please feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts. That's all I have to say on that. I absolutely love it. One of my favourite films, or two of my favourite films if you like. If you have any requests, let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.